ladies and gentlemen, the
2K Sports pregame show.
The NBA postseason is here!
Oh,
Yay! About time. Welcome, everybody. Happy to have you with us here on 2K Sports, as you can tell. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Moments away, it'll be the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center. Taking a look at the Rockets, as the #1 seed in the tough Western Conference, they enter this series with every expectation of asserting themselves and advancing to the semis. What we've all been waiting for, 16 hopeful clubs making it through the regular season tonight, round 1, game 1. Shaq, what changes, if any, will teams make now that they have reached the playoffs?
Well, maybe some adjustments based on matchups. Mostly stick with what you got here, Ernie.
Dance with the girl you brung, or that brung you. Dance with the whatever. Isn't that the way they used to say that?
And don't bring sand to the Bahamas. All that stuff.
Don't bring sand to the Bahamas.
Yeah. Right.
Kenny, how about you?
Well, playoffs generally require half-court offense. So you got to be able to play it and raise your intensity, and you don't bring sand to Miami either.
Well said. Right. Kevin.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Round 1 in the Western Conference begins. The Rockets enter the postseason with the best record in the conference, but now the stakes are higher. Will their dominance be tested as they go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves? Round 1, Game 1, the NBA playoffs, coming up next.
Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. A battle in the Western Conference. This Houston crowd hoping to watch their Rockets come out on top. So the Timberwolves win the tip. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Gibson is the 4 with Towns in the middle. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Teague, and it's Butler in at the small forward position. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
So it's Minnesota now. Outside Teague, pocket 6. Wiggins sets a screen for Teague. Here's Towns, loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
And this is where Towns loves to get busy. Doesn't matter who's on him. This is his space.
Out to the right wing. Back to Tucker from downtown. And no good that time.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Harden with it. And Tucker kicks to Capella. Shoots over Towns. And that one hits back iron. Now the Timberwolves with it. Butler dishes to Teague. Back to Butler. Towns, the screen. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's his first foul. Stolen by Tucker.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
The offensive rebound. Oh, that's blocked.
And Ariza works his butt off on defense. I mean, whether he's down low or on the perimeter, he knows how to block shots.
Harden gets to Ariza. A three-pointer, no good. The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Teague. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And you have to admire his focus. Not a good matchup for him in terms of size differential.
Yeah, and even with the defender hovering all over him, Greg, he would not be denied.
The Rockets again can't hit.
Still scoreless after 4 attempts, trying to take the lid off the basket.
Harden against Wiggins. And Capella over to help. That's tipped.
A rare rejection that time from Tucker, using that long reach, though, and times it perfectly.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. There's the foul. That's against Minnesota. The Rockets shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw.
And I think Harden is a natural leader. Somebody that commands respect, who also happens to be a dominant scorer.
Can't make the second free throw either, missing both.
And really, as solid as he's been at the line, I had already chalked those points up. Goes to show you, though, don't take anything for granted.
He's 0 of 2 at the line in this one.
At the line for 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Whoop shots.
Free throw good, James Harden. That one is no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Towns, the screen. Wiggins kicks to Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins.
And, you know, as good as Towns is from outside, I mean, that play is why he shoots for a high percentage.
Passes to Tucker. Shoots the 3. They get it again. Here's Capella. No good with the layup.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Teague against Paul. And Capella sends it back.
And every season, Capella has improved as a shot blocker. Timing, awareness, recognition. He's really good at erasing shot attempts.
Another miss by Houston. Minnesota leading by 5. Butler kicks to Wiggins. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession for the Rockets. Bahamute comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Gordon subbed in for Trevor Ariza. Minnesota also making some changes. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Gibson. And it's Crawford in for Wiggins. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Butler kicks to Crawford. Over Harden. And that one comes up a bit short. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Nice to see Gordon use his touchdown low. I mean, not the biggest guy, but still skilled at scoring close to the bucket.
T kicks to Bielitsa. Here's Butler. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Love how Capella stays alert on the offensive board, creating second chance opportunities thanks to that activity.
Timberwolves leading by 3. Knocked away. Paul with the steal. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Crawford with the steal. Butler on the wing. Defended by Gordon. And Mbah-a-Moute with the steal. Here's Harden. Oh!
Mercy, mercy me. And Harden continues to work on his defense. It is a work in progress, but showing a bit of an edge on this end of the floor now. I like it.
And that was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos. And what a play it was. And now Paul pushing it up. No one back to stop him. In the corner, Harden. On the wing, Gordon. And Mbah-a-Moute kicks to Capella. Jacks up a 3. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Paul. And that's now 6 points for James Harden. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Rockets lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. You talked to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position.
Fortunately, I've always been vertically challenged, so I've never had to play power forward or center on anybody's team. I've been passing and getting into the lane, dishing the ball off to a teammate, helping people score my entire career.
Vertically challenged, that's classic coming from Chris Paul. But, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific play.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Houston.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnover.
You know, adding on to that, they've done a great job of challenging and changing shots in this first half, and they've gotten some blocks as well.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Rockets, we've got Gerald Green. Gordon is out there with Luke and Mbah-a-Moute. Then it's Chris Paul, and it's Anderson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And he makes the first. Johnson, he's checked in for Chris Paul. He's perfect from the line this time.
You know, he's a steady hand at the free throw line, showing tremendous confidence in this one.
Here's Green. Rose with the block. Gordon against Jones. Rose kicks to Jones. Over Gordon. Jones, no luck.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
Crawford, no one around him. From outside, off the mark. For Houston, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. From deep, Johnson drains the three-pointer. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And that jumper of Johnson is pure. I mean, doesn't pay the defense any mind, even when they're right up on it.
Rose against Green. The offensive rebound. Rockets leading by 3. Right side, Gordon. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Stolen by Gordon. Goes up, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
Yeah, that's tremendous efficiency there. I mean, you like seeing them put together these types of plays.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Jones. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Gordon, the pass to Mbamute. Back to Gordon. Houston moving the ball around. To the middle. Here's Anderson. The shot missing. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Houston making a switch. Ariza's checked in. Taj Gibson's checked in for Minnesota. Wiggins comes in for Jones. Now here's Rose. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Green with the rebound. Rockets leading by 5. Kicks it out to Johnson. The feed now to Gordon. It's Ariza on the wing. And it's off from three-point range. Gordon against Rose. Gibson with the screen on Gordon. Rose goes in. No good off the pick.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
And here's Green outside. The Rockets again can't hit. Timberwolves trail by 5. And Crawford gets it to go on the assist by Rose.
And that's the role they want for Rose, getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm.
Here's Green, and it's in off the backboard. Green's got his first points of the night.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Gibson. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. With a big group substitution here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Anderson. P.J. Tucker comes in for Joe Johnson. James Harden, he's checked in for Gerald Green. And it's Paul in for Gordon. And then for Minnesota, Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Gorgie Dan. Butler comes in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Teague in for Derrick Rose. Timberwolves trail by 5. Now Teague. 41 seconds left to play in the first half. Towns against Capella. 5 on the clock. Shoots from the elbow. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Ball against T. They get a hand on it and taken away by Paul. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
On the break is where Chris Paul at his best. I mean, he loves taking advantage of space in the open court and beating everybody down the floor.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. A three-pointer. Wiggins hits it from three-point range. Wiggins has got his first 3 points of the game.
Nice fluid motion off the catch there, Kevin. I mean, Wiggins becoming a dangerous jump shooter.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, how's it feel to be back on the floor again?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Good to see you back out here, Derek. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Halfway through this round one matchup of the NBA playoffs, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, and Shaq. Taking a look at the Rockets, they've put themselves in decent shape to grab that all-important Game 1 victory. So far, they've clearly been the better team controlling the flow. By no means is it a runaway, but they've put themselves in a great position. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Efficiency. You know, I think that's big. That's a key to success. You got to protect the basketball. You can't make those risky passes that lead to highlight film dunks. So I thought it was a great job.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, Ernie, this is definitely a big wake-up call for them. Their field goal percentage is sitting in the low 30s. They came out unfocused, unmotivated, unprepared. If they can't turn the tide and play with greater efficiency, it's going to be a long second half.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And as we return to Houston, Texas, a terrific look at the skyline here. The Toyota Center, part of that great landscape. Welcome back as we get set to continue our coverage of this round one playoff matchup. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
And you know, when the game is as important as this one, you expect to get a big performance from him. In that first half, he delivered.
And Greg, here in the second, the stakes are raised even higher. So he's going to have to continue to give them someone to lean on.
Here is Harden. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Gibson is the 4 with Towns in the middle. Teague out there with Wiggins, and it's Butler in at the 3 spot. Paul left side. Ariza kicks it to Tucker. 5 to shoot. And here's Harden for 3. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 6. In the corner, it's Wiggins. And Capella sends it back. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Tucker. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Tucker's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Rockets. Towns sets the pick for T to the inside. Second chance effort. And Towns lays it in. Towns has got 6.
Hey, scoring off misses, that's easy buckets. Something Towns has the length and tenacity to do on a regular basis.
And here's Harden for 3. Ariza kicks it to Tucker. Some nice passing there by Houston. It's Ariza on the wing. Back to Tucker. And the layup's good off the glass. Tucker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Wiggins dishes to Towns. They set the pick. Shoots over Capella. Towns, no luck.
And, you know, 1 for 4, not a good start. I mean, they got to play with a little more energy this half.
Kicks it out to Paul. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Down low. Here's Butler. A shot. No good. Good work defensively by Capella.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
I could not say it any better, showing you some real focus, taking it inside against the bigger man.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Anderson, he's checked in for Capella. And Bahamute comes in for P.J. Tucker. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Eric Gordon subbed in for Chris Paul. Free throw good from Harden. And Minnesota has possession. 11-point game.
Timeout. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
Jones, the pass to Crawford. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And the shot goes in. Harden's got 11 points.
They're up right now because he's been dominant on offense. And, man, I like seeing him catch fire like this.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. That was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Butler against Green. And Zhang kicks to Butler. Looking to end the run. It's good. Butler's got his second bucket of the night.
And, you know, that's Butler's bread and butter now. I mean, a superb mid-range shooter. The defense has to be better.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Crawford's shot is good. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Gordon kicks to Harden. Another miss by Harden.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Jones. Misses off the right iron. Rockets leading by 9. There's the steal. And here's Crawford. He has 6. Screen by Jones. Bielitsa passes to Crawford. And Bielitsa kicks to Crawford. Butler on the wing. 5 to shoot. over Harden. Butler, no good. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Mbah-a-Moute. From past the arc. Again, the miss by Harden.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Crawford kicks to Zhang. Harden against Jones. And there's the pass to Bjelica. Got it. Good job in the low post. Bjelica's got his first points in this one.
Now that's a great move to get to the hoop. Awesome finger roll finish.
Green kicks to Anderson. It's good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Jones dishes to Crawford. Back to Jones. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Where was the defense? Come on now. Where was it? No idea how they gave up that open a look.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Rockets lead by 8.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Anderson. And so it's Houston with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Right back after this break. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Keep digging, man. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. Keep fighting every loose ball. Make it hard on them. Make them hard.
And there's Tom Thibodeau focusing on the toughness and effort he'd like to see from his team.
Yeah, he wants them to just leave no stone unturned, take advantage of every opportunity, and that's going to be the roadmap to success.
And we welcome you back to our coverage of Round 1 in the NBA playoffs. Gordon and Ariza are on the wings. E.J. Tucker is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Not surprising he missed that one, though, Kevin. I mean, the defense was very aggressive on him there.
Good work there as it goes. Gordon's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Rockets.
And, you know, Ariza is a great utility Velcro kind of guy. I mean, somebody that knows how to dish the rock.
Here's Butler, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
Out they get it back. Pass to Capella. Tucker with the ball. Gibson on him. Gordon kicks it to Tucker. Houston moving the ball around. Fires the 3. Here's Capella. You know what? They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Butler against Ariza. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Gibson.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Ariza passes to Capella, and that one drops for him. And the Rockets lead by 6.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And it's good for 2.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
A rebound by the Timberwolves. Butler on the wing. Over Gordon. And too long on the shot.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
Ball against Teague. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Ariza. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Houston making a switch here. Harden's checked in. Capella with the bucket.
And you might as well ride him, Kevin. When he's hot like that, feeling it, Capella needs to be written and written hard.
To the paint. It's deflected. It's stolen by Ariza. In the corner, Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Houston.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long. And the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. I mean, they're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, James Harden.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
That's how you send a message to open a series. There's always one player who's the difference maker in the playoffs. And I think we found our man. .146 left in the fourth quarter. Feeds it to Wiggins. Ball's knocked loose. Will it go? It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Towns.
Yeah, you see right there, Towns invites contact. Unafraid of it, looking for it, and he's able to score through it.
Paul kicks to Capella. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Butler's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Wiggins with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Here's Gibson. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Rockets leading by 7. Harden kicks to Paul. He feeds it to Tucker. He dishes it to Capella. Towns with the defensive effort for Minnesota. They've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Stolen by Tucker. Ariza, right side, kicks it to Tucker. There's the dish to Paul. The 3 from Harden. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And the Rockets lead by 10.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
Here's Towns. That one wide left.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Teague with a clean look. Good on the three-point shot.
There isn't a lot of time in between when Teague caught the ball and then when he let it fly. I mean, that was a great example of a quick catch and shoot.
Well, this one is winding down now. Houston can watch the clock run out. Here's Harden. He can't hit that time. Wiggins with some nice D. Butler kicks to Towns. Another miss by Towns. So we see the Rockets get the win here. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, James. Congrats on the win. What's your team's mindset right now in terms of approach?
Our consistency and our attention to detail. You know, we're a young team, but we got to focus on the small things. You know, our hard work is going to be enough as well.
Great effort tonight, James. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up, folks. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast of the NBA Western Conference quarterfinals. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.